in the eyes so that wouldn't be shit. Wanted me to die, but I said no way. Rock the boat, baby. Ow! I'm about to go crazy. Wow! Don't ever turn play.
Damn.
Coming up. Tell the whole gang we coming up. Knock his ass out, he running up. A bitch love me, she can't get enough. Coming up.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of the Blockchain Report with Mike and Jeff.
Sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty. I had to reboot. I was trying to get the theme music to stop, and it was refusing to comply.
They locked up.
Yeah, it was all locked up. It was angry. It was angry. Hey, Deadwood, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you showing up.
It was.
But so yeah, we actually are thinking about, and if you could comment below and let us know what you think. We've been discussing possibly rebranding and being called DCA. So it would basically be DeFi, crypto, and airdrops is what it would stand for. We kind of want to cut out our own little niche as far as the talking about crypto, and kind of stick to things that we're more knowledgeable on. Obviously Jeff is very, very knowledgeable on on the airdrops and in those sorts of things, and creative ways of getting free crypto. And then I've been getting myself spun up on the DeFi aspect. So anyway, yeah, let us know what you think about that. So other than that, let me pull up the live chat. All right, good to see you too, brother.
Like it's not letting me stream on my YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not coming up.
That sucks. We'll have to mess with that another time.
Yeah,
we're trying to figure out how to stream this on his the Blockchain Report channel that he has. So it's actually something that me and Drew are trying to figure out too, to be able to collaborate, do crypto stuff, and do we're trying to get the Black site going again. Did you ever watch that, Jeff?
a few episodes, not too much, but that was, I think, way early on, right?
Well, we brought it back recently. It was gated for members only, but I'm talking to Drew about trying to make it to where it's open to everybody, and then just have specials that for members only, where we maybe get a little spicier. But it's mostly kind of talking about conspiracy theory stuff, and just doing deep dives into more kind of more political stuff, more kind of, world news and events, as opposed to crypto. And, we kind of pepper in some crypto and stuff, but, talk about homesteading, talk about, emergency preparedness, things like that. But
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, especially with all the heightened tension and stuff going on.
No, definitely. So, yeah, no, we'll jump right into this. Just to kind of frame the conversation as usual, I want to speak on two topics. So one, security. So, basically the different ways that you can secure your crypto, and both keep it, accessible on, easily accessible on exchanges, both decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. And then also long-term storage, which is, obviously the most secure. That's going to be the first part of the conversation. The second part, we're going to dip into some of the scams that I have started seeing this cycle, but I want to dip into it's. I don't feel like it's really ramped up yet, because I came in the end of the last bull cycle, and they were freaking everywhere. Everything from people saying, send me your crypto and I'll double it, to, people pretending like popular YouTubers and influencers, and doing a really good job of scraping, their accounts and they just change one little, letter or piece of punctuation, or, double a letter or something like that
Yep.
in their handle. And if you're not paying attention, and some of them have a decent following too. So,
Oh
you'll go
yeah.
look at the followers, and they'll have like 10,000 followers, and, 2,000 people they're following or something. And, you might, engage in a conversation and ask them for help with something. You asked for help on a chat or something like that. And they're like, oh yeah, yeah, just send me this and I'll help you, get your crypto unstuck. And next thing you know, your wallet's drained. So,
Yep.
so yeah, we'll dip
The
into that.
URLs are tricky too, especially.
Yes.
Oh my
So we'll
God.
dip into that. Do you want to take the lead on the crypto wallets? And just kind of touch on the what a hot wallet is, a cold wallet, and then I'll bring up some graphics to just kind of show people what they are.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically hot wallets are like your let me see. Let me just share my actual.
Well, here, while you talk,
Okay, you got the.
yeah, you tell me what you're going through, and I'll click it up.
Oh no, that's perfect. Yeah, the cold storage wallets are the best because that you hold the actual physical device, and you still have the seed phrase. Although I think there's some cold storage devices that are kind of moving away from that, having more of like a biometric feature. But these are the most secure and ideal, and it's a way to keep your wallet, off the computer, as opposed to the hot wallets, which we'll get into, like MetaMask. Those are more susceptible because, like with Taco, just a month or two ago, when he downloaded a game that he has to be a beta tester for, and they fucking drained one of his wallets for like 7-8K or something like that. So and he's been in the game for a while too, so it's everyone can be targeted. It just some takes longer than others, but it's going through this and sharing these experiences that will help save other people from making the mistakes. But yeah, hot wallets, like on your browser, on your desktop, are more susceptible, and you never want to write down your seed phrase, or you want to write it down on paper, preferably not copying and pasting, because that's how stuff gets saved. You copy and paste, that gets saved in the logs on your computer, so everything can be, you copy and paste your seed phrase and it's in there. Somebody gets a hold of that and looks for they'll take a bot and scan for a certain combination of words, and if they see like a 12-word thing right there, you're gone. So
Well, and Deadwood, he's actually sent me a couple messages. He's come across some really good tools to use. And I pinned the message up here, and I guess it's a browser extension called Scam Sniffer, Pocket Universe, and Wallet Guard.
mhm.
And so he uses that on his MetaMask and his Coinbase wallets. And he's saying that I think he said the other day that it's saved him a couple times.
Mhm.
And then what is it? He's saying that Black Ice was an awesome firewall, and Black Trace two in the mid 2000s. But yeah, it's important
Okay.
to to make sure that you're finding these, because as crypto evolves and as the scammers evolve, then their tactics are going to change.
Mhm.
So that's why a lot of these wallets, like they have like these added layers. You can kind of see this Trezor. It has the usual little Trezor device, but they're starting to get layers of security. So you can't just have the Trezor device or the key. You have to also have this one has a ring that you wear that is like
Mhm.
a almost like not a biometric but a physical device that you have to use. They have a card,
Yeah.
much like the Arculus. Arculus is one of my favorites.
Do you have
Um,
one of those?
I do. The only thing I don't like about it is it's dependent on my phone. So if I lose my phone, then I'm kind of hosed.
Oh
Whereas the
shit.
Trezor, the Trezor and a Ledger will work with my laptop, my phone, whatever. So that's kind of the only downside to these physical, having these cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the Ring, I haven't used that yet. It looks like super sexy though. I just don't know. I haven't personally used it, so I don't know exactly how um, how that works. If it's the Ring with the Trezor device, if it's the Ring with your phone, I'd have to check that out. But basically, like Jeff was saying, is the cold storage wallets are your best bet for security. It's for the most part, unless somebody gets hold of
Mm-hmm.
your seed phrase, you're 100% secure. Um, it's basically where I personally do my long-term storage. Anything that I'm going to be holding through the next bear market, USDC, USDT, stables, things like that, I'll probably throw on my cold storage. Hot wallets
Yeah.
like the Coinbase wallet, MetaMask, the Stargazer wallet, all those sorts of browser extension wallets. Those are what's considered hot wallets. They're less secure. So if you connect that hot wallet to a malicious site, or basically connect it to anything and sign a smart contract. So anytime that you use a hot wallet, whenever it gives you that pop up and it has you where you have to sign, if you sign a
Mm-hmm.
malicious smart contract, then basically whatever permissions that they put in that smart contract, it's going to allow them to do. So drain your wallet, whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, give access to, future transactions, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be really, really careful about what website you're going to. Double and triple check the URLs. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I actually save like all of the things like Aerodrome and all the dexes that I go to. I save those to my favorites to ensure I'm always going to the same site. So I'm not
Yes.
clicking on something and end up just through repetition and not checking that, because they'll
Mm-hmm.
make it look exactly the same. You will not know the difference. So make sure that
Yeah.
you're double and triple checking. Do you think
Yeah.
of anything that
Somebody.
we need to cover on the wallets?
So real quick on that URL thing. So that NFT site Modularium that I minted the Mammoth NFT on. So somebody made a fake URL with almost the same exact handle on Twitter with the project name,
Yeah.
and the URL was exactly the same, except even it was modularium.art, and it was / register, which that part isn't part of their site. So they added
Exactly.
this extra part on. It's like, oh, register for what? And people will click on it and you're fucked. So um yeah, and I always say, like, keep stuff in your favorites, like you said,
Yep.
and I always check the Twitter and the Discord if I just to make sure, because sometimes one of them could get hacked. I've seen projects that have gotten their Twitters and Discords hacked and fake links and stuff. So I try and keep
That's
the project's website.
that got real popular last cycle as well.
Mhm.
But in Deadwood, be careful on Coin Market Cap and on CoinGecko, because sometimes I've ran into, like, especially on like newer projects, like newer tokens and stuff like that. People will actually launch tokens and
Mhm.
then like hype them up and stuff like that. These pump and dumps, or these meme coins, and they're solely to be able to try to legitimize the site. So then you'll go there and they'll say, "Hey, we're having an airdrop, connect your wallet," and then boom,
Yeah.
they got you. So you have to be careful about just because it's on CoinGecko or Market Cap doesn't mean that it's 100% safe either. So
Yep.
always just always have in the back of your head, everyone's trying to scam you. You know, if they direct message you, there's a good chance they're trying to scam you. If you didn't reach out to them first, you know, there's a good chance they're trying to scam you.
Oh,
You know, it's most influencers, legit influencers, won't reach out to you. They're not going to send you a friend
Yeah.
request, and as soon as you accept it and you know and follow them, they're not going to send you a message. Hey, how's your crypto doing? You know, that's not how they operate.
no.
All right. So
Yeah, Wallet Guard is a great one that I've used. Yeah, Deadwood had some good ones. I haven't used what is that? I haven't used Scam Sniffer, but Pocket Universe and Wallet Guard. And yeah, Wallet Guard has a dashboard. Make sure it's walletguard.app, right?
yep, walletguard.app. See, that's a good.
And
that's a good
sometimes
call.
when you type that in, there will be the ads. Like if you type it in some search browser, and the ads that are at the top, sometimes those could be paid scams. And
Yep.
I've accidentally clicked on Amazon links, you know, searching for something, and it be an ad, and I was like, shit. So, you know, I clear my cookies and all that stuff just to make sure, and then close everything out and reopen it. But just because I'm a little more paranoid about that. But
Yeah, that's weird that there's only 64 ratings, but there's over 100,000 users.
oh, what is that on?
Oh, sorry. Here.
Oh, on the
I guess
Yeah,
that's
I
for
don't-
Chrome.
is that on
Yeah.
the browser?
Yeah, this is to add to the browser extension to my
Okay.
Brave browser.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
that
so, I
comes
mean,
up
this
as an
is-
extra layer before you make any transaction. And I'll share this because I have it pulled up with my wallet. But here's a little thing. This is the dashboard. When you make a transaction, there's a little pop-up that comes up that shows you all the details. It was a few years ago, and I signed a few malicious transactions, but thankfully it was only for the assets that I approved to be used in that transaction, and it wasn't my entire wallet. And I was like, just being stupid. I didn't really have any of these guardrails in place, and I was like, oh yeah, let me just approve these transactions. And I was like, wait, why is it asking me for these 3 different or 4 different assets? And then I realized, I was like, oh shit, this is not the wrong site. Cause it was in a Telegram chat for this project that I was, doing stuff for, but it was like a variation of it that I thought was the right one. And I went and fucking signed this stuff, and it took like $400 or $500 in assets that I was like, shit. But thankfully that was different than somebody getting your seed phrase, which happened, to me earlier this year. And that was way worse. So
yeah.
seeing kind of both ends of it. So there's kind of a different flavors of getting scammed. And
no, there is, and like I said, it's ever evolving because as crypto grows and it becomes more lucrative to scam people, and as the technology changes and there's new opportunities and new backdoors and portals, and as new wallets are coming out and new sites, and there's always going to be opportunists, and people with time on their hands that are slamming energy drinks and Mountain Dews in their mom's basement, like that little kid that rug pulled everybody with that meme coin. And then it's just, there's always going to be those people out there. And if you're not protecting yourself, at some point you're going to get scammed. So yeah, these tools like Wallet Guard, I highly suggest that before if you're deep in crypto now and you have a decent amount invested, get on it quickly. And if you're thinking of getting into crypto, educate yourself on how to use these tools to protect your assets. Hey,
Yeah,
Chili
so
Rainbow, what up, man?
you can revoke these token approvals, and this is a little pop-up that came up. So this is the Wallet Guard little app that pops up when you install it on your browser. Shows transaction details, what you're revoking, the estimated gas. It's not typically that much. They just give you a sort of an estimation. And then hold on, this other one kicked it off. So, and this is the Pocket Universe one. So it shows what you're connected to, revoking what token approval, and sometimes. So these token approvals they're from contracts that you've allowed to access that asset.
So I actually have been just doing it manually. I'll go into my Coinbase wallet, go into the settings, like every time, like after I've, even Aerodrome, after I've been on Aerodrome, I'll go in the settings and I'll manually, disconnect, not just on the site, but actually in the wallet, disconnect from the site.
Yeah. So instead of disconnecting from right here, you
can disconnect there, but then you have to actually go in the wallet.
Yeah, I'm trying to share my entire screen. There we go. Yeah, I can go into the Rabby wallet, and there's you go to more, and then there's connected dApps. So this is pretty much in any wallet. You have the connected dApps. You might have to search for it in some. The Solana wallet has it. It's a little bit hard to find, and you can disconnect all. The MetaMask one is a pain in the ass because you have to manually go through each one and disconnect it, as opposed to having a button for all of it. So
I'm not a huge fan of MetaMask, to be honest.
No,
I mean, I know it's super popular and it has a lot of functionality. It's really cumbersome. I've been finding a lot of other apps that are cross chain that have a lot of the same functionality. They're the UI, the user interface, and the user experience is a lot smoother. Yeah,
especially making transactions. Holy shit, it's like it's so archaic.
No, it really is. It really is. Like I just downloaded the Constellation DAG Stargazer wallet because I heard that there's going to be an airdrop for Paca, the new DeFi exchange or swap that is going to be launching in Q1 of 25. And so like like every day I can go on there, and I've been claiming like 1 or 2 Paca, but I put my DAG in my hot wallet because I guess depending on how much DAG you have, you're going to get what I've been told is a substantial airdrop. And I've been kind of messing around with the wallet, and I mean, you can hold BNB in there, Polygon, Avalanche, Ethereum, something called Lattice that's on Ethereum, Polygon network. I mean, there's a lot of different chains that you can do on this one wallet, and it's just the interface is just super clean. But
you want to share that real quick, the Stargazer, or can you?
Yeah, I can share that real quick.
I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, let me bring it up. And it's the same thing with the Coinbase wallet. The Coinbase wallet is almost exactly the same thing. So here, I'll do this real quick. So yeah, I mean, this is the wallet, and I put my DAG in there, and then basically I've been getting the little airdrops. They're doing a snapshot, and I should get a decent amount with all the DAG that I have. But yeah, you have Ethereum, you have Avalanche, you have the BNB chain, Polygon, and you can add other ones. So I mean, it's kind of an all-in-one stop. Same thing with my Coinbase wallet. And this is where I can disconnect and all that stuff too. But here we go. But yeah, in the Coinbase wallet, it even has your crypto and then your DeFi holdings, and then it shows like all your different, you have AVAX, you have all your Ethereum stuff, all your base, chain stuff. I even have some Solana in there that I was testing out, moving in and out of
Oh
there.
shit. Okay.
Um, yeah,
Did
I
they
mean,
just
there's just
integrate that?
it's yeah, like I said, I mean, they're always adding
Oh.
support for new chains. And like I said, I mean, it's super simple because I send it all to like this address right here. This is what I love about my Coinbase wallet is, you just send it to this address, this, Mike Arvidson at, dot
Mhm.
cb dot id, and it sends it to, it doesn't matter if it's AVAX, it actually registers what it is on its own and puts
Oh
it in the
shit.
appropriate place. Has been
Nice.
my experience so far.
It's like one of those old fashioned coin sorters. You just put the coins in
Yeah,
and just
no, I mean, yeah, it's like, it's not like you have to have a, the special,
Yeah.
freaking,
Oh,
address
dude,
that.
I had to contact one exchange. I think it was KuCoin or something a few years ago, because I sent funds to like the wrong chain or something, and they were able to reverse it. And
Really?
I was like, "Oh shit, man!" It wasn't a lot, but it was. I forget what the situation was, but I think it was because it was on the exchange. They were able to do something with it, but
Oh, okay.
it,
Yeah,
yeah,
I could see that where, maybe they had it like in escrow basically, and it hadn't actually been sent yet, or I know
yeah,
with my MetaMask wallet, I sent some Polygon, some Matic, when I first got into crypto, and I sent it to the actual Polygon Matic address on
mhm,
MetaMask, or not on MetaMask, but on CoinMarketCap. And so basically, it's the whatever that's called, the original address, for the actual chain, like
yeah.
the mother wallet or whatever. And
Genesis
yeah,
wallet, yeah.
the Genesis wallet. And so basically, I burned it, and I tried to get hold of them. And they're just like, "There's nothing that can be done." And I was like, "Ah, shit." But uh, I think that's about it for wallets. I appreciate you, Deadwood, for sharing those those apps, those browser
Mhm.
apps to help out people with their um, with their security, on their hot wallets and that that sort of thing. But make sure that you educate yourself on how to use the tools properly, to make sure that you don't compromise yourself or do what we were just talking about and send
Mhm.
your crypto to the wrong places. Always send a test transaction is kind of
Yeah,
the moral of that story.
yeah.
So oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Y yeah, I just wanted to kinda, dive into the or touch on this real quick, the revokes.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So, when you have the just to finish up, when you have these approvals, I know in Rabby, they show this approvals tab, and you can see what contracts you still have active, and you can do a batch revoke, and this will eliminate any connection that these contracts still have with your wallet. The same with revoke.cash. You can come here and sort through all these different chains, and they even
Mhm.
have test nets down here at the bottom that you can go through. But I always try to do it in the app when um, in the wallet itself. But these are just some more tools to add, some more places to go. So you can come here and revoke these, and it'll show you. So I have to go through two different steps before I even get to the main transaction. So think of it as a couple layers of insurance when you're
Yeah.
out there,
No,
because I know
for
that
sure.
when and also having separate wallets for separate stuff. Like I had multiple wallets before the hack, and afterwards I made sure to keep stuff on separate wallets and have one dedicated for airdrops and one dedicated for just staking all my stuff, and one to hold other assets that don't really move a lot. And so it's limiting the amount of loss you can take in one wallet by spreading it out, will definitely make you sleep a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on to scams. So the one I'll touch on the one first that seems like it's the popular, the flavor of the month right now, and it's the one where people, like somebody will post somewhere, like in the comments on, on one of these, crypto videos or something like that, or in the chat, and they'll basically post their seed phrase, acting like they don't know what
Mm.
they're doing, and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm having this problem. Could you help me? Here's my seed phrase," hoping that somebody's dumb enough to actually enter that into a into and try to claim that wallet. And it's basically trying to prey on your greed. So if you have integrity, then you're not going to end up falling for that. But if if you're a little bit flexible on your integrity, you might get bit by that. So it's a little lesson to put your integrity above maybe some free crypto.
Yeah, how does that actually work? Because I've been seeing that a lot on my YouTube comments, and I was like, what the hell are they
I'll
posting? Is
be
it just
honest.
like, does it infect your, like, what the
I
hell?
would guess and I was going to ask you, and the only thing that I could think of is if there's like NFTs in there, smart contracts,
Mm,
and take one of the NFTs, like if they make one of the NFTs look like an aerodrome lock,
or
and
token.
and then they freaking, you yank that, and next thing you
Uh,
know, now you have that smart contract, and you sign. You have to
mm-hmm.
sign to move it to your wallet. I'm thinking
Mm,
that basically you're importing malicious code into your wallet would be my guess.
shit, yeah, that would make sense.
That's the
Yeah,
only
because
thing
that's
I can think of, because I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, how the hell is didn't giving you access to their wallet going to hurt you? But like I said, NFTs basically being a smart contract,
mm-hmm.
they could, embed something in that. And like I said, I mean, that's what I was worried about when I got that, before I learned about flight school and you were helping me, that one episode where I was like, can you help me and see if this is, malicious? Like what the hell's
Mm-hmm.
going on? Who's giving me free money? Um,
Yeah,
thank
because they'll
goodness.
they'll send fake airdrops to people, fake tokens, and they're hoping that
Yeah.
you'll trade them. And if you try
Yeah.
and trade them, it'll give you, it'll compromise you in some way that's, yeah, built into the
Hmm.
contract itself. And it's like, holy shit, man, this is next level, chess.
And that's why I don't mess, like, I on a daily basis in my Coinbase wallet. I get airdrops, just like little dollar
Mhm.
here, $2 there, of all
Base.
these random tokens, and I don't touch any of them. If I knew how I could just make them go away, I would, because I don't trust them.
Yeah. And many
So that's the
wallets will actually verify if that token is a scam or not.
legit.
Like in in Rabby, it'll show up. Even so, the Odos exchange airdrop that I got a few weeks ago, it initially said like this is a scam token, and the next day, it updated and stuff, and it said it was okay. But initially, like especially with airdrops, it'll show like scam transaction or scam token. But sometimes, you go searching for you take the contract, the token contract, and then search for it. You should be able to. But that's that's a next level that um, takes a little work to get to, finding the token contract address and all that stuff. But having these features built in, like MetaMask doesn't offer that feature. You don't see, it's hard enough to import tokens into MetaMask, but
Oh, here
others
you
like
go. Yeah,
you
Deadwood
got
just posted on X. He's like, always read the links before you click them,
mm,
because there's one, and it's areadomray.org, and they have the logo. So they're trying to look like Aerodrome Finance, but it's,
Aerodrome.
well, here, I'll share my screen. It's actually kind of funny. Again, it is definitely not, it is, I guess I can't zoom in on it, but this one right here, it's spelled area DOMRE.org. So areadomre.org. But then down below it says Aerodrome Finance is a leading decentralized liquidity hub on Base, offering innovative
Oh my
tools
God.
for efficient liquidity management, staking, and rewards. If you didn't look up above, you might have clicked on that. And again, the site probably looks, I'm not going to go to it, but the site probably looks just like Aerodrome. And as soon as you
Oh,
connect your wallet, you're done.
dang, that's funny. You
So
posted
yeah,
that 2 hours ago. Great. Nice. Nice.
yeah. So yeah, I mean that's the big scam that I've been seeing right now. Rug pulls, rug pulls
hmm
is that's why I don't get into the meme coins. I don't get into the meme coins. I'm big into fundamentals. I only like to put money into projects with good fundamentals. A Docs team, they have some partners. Yeah, I'm not going to make put $100 in and become a millionaire. I'm willing to pass on that. Just because like that Hawk Tua, that was a rug pull. It's just too many of them. What was it? Fucking, I was just watching the show the other day. Season 2 came out. Squid Games. Friggin'
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Squid Game token, came out, and everybody was thinking that it was like part of the show, and they even kind of joked about it on the second season. And there were some people that some contestants that were on the show that were there because they lost all their money investing in some meme coin and got scammed, and so basically they were in debt and they had to play the life or death game to earn money to pay off their debts. So like they even kind of hinted at it in the second season. Did I lose you?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't really fuck with air or meme coins like that. It's
Yeah.
I I'm just trying to make sure not to lose the whole bag, that's like I'll do some stuff around certain events, but to constantly trade them and being up on that, it's a lot. With the way they move too, hell no.
Yeah, black ice. The best thing you can do is what Jeff was just talking about. Use that app that he uses that will basically tell you if it's a known scam or not, and that will help you out quite a bit. What was that called again, Jeff? Token sniffer or something like that?
There's I haven't used Token Sniffer or
Well, the one that you said
that's
that
the
you
one that
used
Deadwood.
that lets you know if it's a scam, like if an airdrop that you got or some tokens that just magically show up in your wallet.
Oh, so the Rabby wallet will
Rabby.
kind of show you, yeah, RABBY, and that will show you in the wallet, like if a token that comes in is a scam or not.
Gotcha.
And let's see, yeah, I had one 8 minutes ago that was an unknown NFT. Here, I'll actually
Yeah, I get a
show
ton
this
of NFTs
window right
that
here.
they're like, click on this and go to the site and claim 50,000 50,000 free USDT. It's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no. So I can't really zoom in on this because I can't move the box, but there's this grayed out one right here. It says scam transaction. Please refrain from interacting with it. And there's other stuff that, let me see if I can find another one. Oh yeah, this one right here on base, MYEVA. And you can see this token is not listed by Rabby. It will be added to the token list if you switch on, so you can switch customized. And this is the contract address right here. So you can actually go to base scan by clicking the little arrow button on that token, and it'll show you the contract address. So that way you can see the activity on it. There's no ETH value. So what does that tell you?
Probably, yeah, probably not something you want to be messing with.
No. So it's cool that it shows you that. And yeah, it's kind of a good way to prevent you from interacting with that stuff. But also I see the Black Ice asked something about the trying to find if you have airdrops that you don't know about.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
because
earn
I wish
drop
it was
is
easier to know when your airdrop tokens that you may have forgotten versus assuming it's always a scam. Yeah, I mean, I think he was, kind of wondering if it was, how to
oh,
differentiate, between, and that's kind of why I
yeah.
asked you that, is I was wanting to address that. But yeah, no, by all means, tell us about this because yeah, I mean, if there's a tool that will let you know if something's been airdropped to your
Mm,
wallet, 'cause I know like on MetaMask, you can have tokens on your MetaMask, and if you don't have it added, that token added to your wallet, manually, it won't show up. So I mean, you could
yeah.
have who knows what on that wallet, and it doesn't show up.
Yep. Yeah. And even on Rabby, so I don't know why, but for some reason on the base network, I get all these random tokens that they're real, like airdrops. I think it's from interacting so much on the layer 3 project because I do a lot of questing campaigns that, especially now with the AI agents, those are starting to distribute tokens to people who interact or hold other tokens. So I get a lot of these random like $1 to $2 airdrops on base, and they're legitimate tokens. But for ones that you have to claim, this is a good site to see if you have anything that might be available to claim or that's been expired. And it is
Oh
free.
man,
You can
you
add
missed
your.
out on a dollar. You missed out on $1 worth of crypto.
Oh, I know, man.
The
Uh,
airdrop expired.
yeah, see, all these some are like a few dollars here and there, but like I've claimed quite a bit over the years. So this will show you, and you can pay for a little more
In-depth
for a
look.
premium. Yeah, yeah, and you can add up to like 10 wallets or something. But yeah, and these are ones that I've already claimed. But yeah, this is just another tool to see if you might have something that needs to be claimed that you might have missed. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely if you don't have the Rabby wallet, if you end up seeing a token that's in your wallet, go to that transaction. Check your transactions and
And
try and pull
and
that up.
NFTs, if like, do not fuck
Hmm.
with NFTs. And if you don't, if it's not something that that you bought and you put there or something like that, or if it's
Yep.
not a an NFT from doing DeFi on a on Aerodrome or something like that, don't mess with it because
Yeah.
I get them all the time, and they'll be cool looking, and they'll have like this cool little holographic Ethereum symbol, and it'll say 50,000 free USDT or USDC, click on this link. Just yeah, I mean, like I said, as soon
Hmm.
as I can figure out how to make those things go away, I'm going to do it. But be
Yeah.
so careful, so careful.
Yeah. You
But
just don't know. And these wallets, I'm so happy that they've started integrating more features and making it a real digital wallet to where you can do all kinds of stuff. And now they're starting to manage DeFi positions in it. So,
yeah, no, I
so
get a
definitely.
bunch of those black ice. I'll have like a shit ton of tokens, and it's worth like 5 cents or something. I'm like, if maybe if someday if it says I have like $100,000, I might pay it some mind, but otherwise, it's not worth it.
So I just wait
So
until the
the
bull run
next,
and cash out,
yeah,
add a
yeah.
few dollars.
So the next scam, I mean, I've not heard this term used, but I guess it's called a pig butchering scam. So
Mm,
basically, I think what they mean is it's more of a long-term play. So this is when scammers will build a relationship with you first. So like we were talking about before, they might pose as a popular influencer that that they see that watch their videos and you make comments and stuff. They might, hit you up in a chat, something like that. Earn your trust. Dating apps, social media, things like that. And then basically they'll fatten you up, earn your trust, and then ask you to do something. Either straight out ask for your seed phrase, ask you to send them money. Be like, hey, I just I have this buddy who just doubled my money. Send me some crypto, and I'll have them double it, and you can make money too, and just silly stuff like that. And when you think you're talking to if you're a dude, you think you're talking to a hot girl or something like that.
Oh man.
It's there's no shortage of guys that do stupid things,
No.
because
No.
a pretty girl talks to them. So yeah,
Head's in the wrong
if,
place.
don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be blowing money on anonymous women anyway. I don't
Yeah.
get how guys can send OnlyFans girls, buy them Teslas and stuff like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
just go find a way. It's not that hard.
No.
There's plenty of beautiful women out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't get scammed like that.
No, I had someone close to me who has a family member who's in their 80s and pretty much like got scammed from, it was like a crypto thing. They promised that they would make a certain return and they would send him screenshots or like let him log into the website and see this balance going up and stuff, and he got
oh yeah, and it'd be like
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I doubled your money. It's like if you send more, I can keep doing it and just drain somebody, and then just as soon as they feel like that the gig is up, they'll just yank this, because everything you're seeing on that site is smoke and mirrors. It's not really your crypto. They just make it look like
they made a code counter to count your money up like a just
it's easy to do. And
like the US debt clock, man.
Oh dude, with AI, I could probably have one up in the next 5 minutes. Go in a Casper, just launch an AI agent that basically you can tell it DApp. You just tell it what you want to build. Just type in normal words what you want to build, and it will build it for you. So I could be like, build me a decentralized exchange that shows an ever increasing amount of Ethereum, and make it look like that it's a pool that everyone contributes to, and and whatever you can basically tell it whatever you want, and it will just make it. And yeah,
that framework is important. That's what projects like Celestia is doing with their data availability. They build the framework for you to take and utilize on your own blockchain or whatever you're trying to build. And having that integration is important because you're not just building your own project out, you're helping support others like Base and Optimism, where you can build on these layer twos and they're like super chains. It's
no, and just like Black Ice was saying is, with AI is these scams and every type of scam is just going to get, because I mean, there's these AIs where, they're making hot chicks, and they have whole social media presence, and they'll talk to people, they'll interact with you. They'll automatically post, generate and post new pictures of themselves. And there's people that are making a bunch of money off engagement, just having an AI, run and, talk. And it's not like that they're necessarily scamming, guys. I mean, you could, but they're just farming engagement so that, on X they can get paid, or on YouTube they can get paid. And, it's, I mean, not necessarily a scam, but it easily could be, if they programmed it to be like, hey, if somebody is message slides into your DMs, ask them to send you money. Would be easy enough to do.
Well, YouTube, a lot of content creators were copying and pasting, simple like music channels or something that could be rinsed and repeated, and they would monetize it. Kind of create variations of this the same thing and spin it in a way that they could capitalize off both channels, and it's crazy to see, the creativity that some people come up with. But
Sorry, I'm just texting
Oh, you're
Drew. We're going to get together later tonight, and but yeah, he's
oh,
spending some time with the family.
is he gonna reconcile his absence?
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, no, he got tied up. We were.
Yeah.
It's a topic that I really want him to be on because me,
Yeah.
my brother Taylor, he's been wanting to prep, and my other buddy Gary's been wanting to do it, and so I felt like it would give a good spectrum of people from people that are at the beginning of their prep to people like me and Drew, and Drew even more so than me. He has a fully
Yeah.
him and his wife with the garden and a lot of that. I mean, I have a lot of that stuff, but he's taken the homesteading to another level with the chickens and all the different animals, and so
And
yeah.
you got to try and get Jason Casper on too. If like, I don't know if you follow Casper at all, but he's got a big homestead and stuff. Dude's pretty wild.
Yeah,
But
no, I've
need
actually
some kind of
watched
preparedness.
him. I knew he was a homesteader. But I mean, he has such a large following. I doubt I'd be able to get him on my show. Um, so yeah, so that's the pig butchering scam. You got the phishing scams, and that's what we were
Mhm.
talking about with the fake websites, emails. Never click hyperlinks in emails. If you get an email, trying to say it's easy enough to get people's emails that are into crypto. You can buy lists, things like that, and they'll just send
Uh-huh.
out blanket emails with hyperlinks. Never click a hyperlink in an email. Just never do it. Even if it's from somebody that. Social media messages,
Mhm.
again, people, acting like that they're, somebody that you follow, blockchain basement, whatever. They're just those people are not going to be asking you for your seed phrase and and asking you to send them crypto or anything like that. Private key is just that. It's private. Um,
Yep.
Fake trading platforms. Like I said, it is easy enough to throw up a website and change the wording a little bit. Use different wording and uh, make it look just like a legit site, and get you to connect your wallet, get you to sign some smart contracts. Next thing you know,
Mhm.
boom, your wallet's drained. Um, the
Hey,
pump
real
and
quick on
dump.
the email. Real quick on the
What's that?
email. Real quick on the email. I
Oh, go
have
ahead. Go ahead.
this is a perfect example because Sin Futures is a DeFi project that did have an airdrop recently, but I went on their project website and I've interacted with them, a handful of times, and I wasn't eligible on any of my wallets. And I get, I got some of these emails like Sin Futures, oh, your airdrop allocation, season one, we noticed you haven't claimed your airdrop and your allocated tokens expire soon. So stuff like this, you earned F tokens, which is the Sin Futures token. And I was like, wait a minute. I went to the actual project on here, um, Sin Futures, and checked, their website and everything and their claim page, and I didn't qualify. So I'm like, this is, and I don't click any of the links from these projects because sometimes I'll sign up for early testnet access or some wait list for projects, and then when they launch they'll send out emails, but I never click on anything in there. I just go to the project website and access it through that. But this was definitely a red flag for me because I'm like, I don't have any tokens, so this dude is an idiot. So,
Yeah.
or smart, some
Well,
people
they
will
don't.
fall for it, but
But I mean, they don't know, if you have the tokens or not. And that's why they call it a phishing scheme, is they just have probably a email
mhm.
list of people that are into crypto, or that that even more specifically has engaged with that project. They just send it, the same email out to everybody, and out of the thousands they send out, if one or two people click on it, fucking
That's
cha-ching,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
it don't take much.
No, unfortunately. All right. So you got your old-fashioned pump and dump schemes. So
Mhm.
basically, anybody can launch a crypto token. As if you've been in crypto for more than a day, you know that. You can do. There's one called Butthole and Fartcoin, and
Man,
there's
Nick
like,
fucking what did he spend
I
on
know,
that?
dude, like
One
freaking
Solana or
Butthole,
something like
yeah, like Butthole token or something like that. So anybody can launch those things. And then basically, if they have a little bit of money, they can, basically start pumping it. And, when it gets to a certain point, they rug pull it, just sell it all off, and basically, pull all the liquidity out when they feel like it's reached a level that, meets their needs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep. I don't think there's much more to add on that.
Yeah, and be
So
careful
there's
with people
always,
in discords and stuff.
yeah,
Um check always check the like they will not add you as a friend or reach out to you directly. Normally anything from an influencer might be, unless you already know them, unless you already have that rapport. But don't just be like, oh, so and so messaged me, they want to help me out.
yeah.
Like,
Like, I
no, they
mean,
don't know you from Jack, man.
well, like I've been helping some of the people in, that watch Blockchain Basement, that I've, gotten to know over the years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Answering questions about DeFi. Never
Hmm.
once will I ask them for, their seed phrase or any personal information. It's basically,
Yeah.
they're just like, how do you find, a good liquidity pool? And, and it's, basically I'm just like, this is the website I use. And, even be careful with that, because it could be somebody acting like they're me, and they, have you go to a website and you click on the wrong thing. So,
Yeah.
it's like, even if you think it's, somebody that, that you're used to talking to, it might not be,
Dude,
especially in a,
somebody was impersonating me and my brother. My brother's not even really on Discord like that, but he's one of the
Mhm.
mods in my Discord, and somebody was trying to impersonate him, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
So,
No, and like I said, I mean, it's just you always have to assume that everything's a scam. That's the mindset that I've adopted.
hmm.
All right. So the next one is romance scams. So, usually on dating apps and social media, I'm sure everybody out there has seen these. I can't tell you how many messages I get. Like I use WhatsApp a lot,
Oh
because
yeah.
basically you can make phone calls and message overseas for free. So, like my cousin that's living down in the Dominican Republic, where we have the charter company and stuff like that, we use WhatsApp quite a bit. And
Okay.
so basically all the time I'll have, a girl that has, that with a, a hot girl picture, and will message me and, pretend like that she accidentally, messaged me, and she'll be like, "Oh, I haven't seen you for so long. How have you been doing?" Thinking that I'm gonna, think, "Oh, a hot chick. I'm gonna, strike up a conversation, let her know that, well, I'm not the guy you're looking for, but hey, what's up?" And I just hit block, and I don't
Yep.
even bother. I'm just like,
Yep.
block. It's, yeah. And so basically what they're doing is a romance scam. Is,
Hmm.
they're on dating apps, social media, because they can do it from a distance. It can be some little Indian dude, or some Chinese dude, or some African prince, or whatever, sitting in, some basement somewhere. and they can pretend like they're anybody. With these AI, with this AI stuff,
It's so
I mean,
sick, man, because
well, dude,
loneliness
who
is
was
is a
Black
killer.
Ice was just saying they used an AI video chat and got a
Mm.
hold of him. So basically, using AI, uh, created somebody to talk to him. So I mean, it's getting
Wow.
to the point to where don't even trust if you video chat with them. The
Oh,
days of
yeah.
being like,
Yeah.
hey, let's get on a video chat. That can be fake now too. So just stay away from it. There's multiple ways that they do it. They can try to prey on you trying to be a good person. Years and years ago on a dating app, I ran into it. There was a girl, she seemed legit. Said that she was, from the area I was in. Talked to her for about a week or two. Really good conversation. I was, actually had asked her out, and we were going to go have a coffee supposedly. And before the date, she's like, "Oh, well, I forgot to tell you, I went out of the country. I was going to be back in the country for our date, but I went down to Africa and I lost my passport got stolen, and I need $1,000 to get my passport replaced." And I was like, "Nice try," you know,
Oh,
not
shit.
not falling for it.
No.
So, I mean, it can happen to the best of us, so and the
Yeah.
worst of us in my case.
Well,
So
loneliness,
yeah,
man, it's a killer, and that as somebody that's starving for that is and you get that from somebody, that can be so powerful. And if you don't have the skills or the tools or the emotional stability
yeah, the
to handle
emotional
that,
maturity to
you're
get to just
yeah.
yeah, you start getting all flabbergasted and the butterflies and your emotions start clouding your judgment and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
no, I'll send you $1,000. It's like no, it's
Yeah.
it just don't do it. If it's not somebody that you've met in person, and that you're like deeply involved with, you shouldn't be giving money to anybody anyway. Oh, looks like
Deadwoods.
wrapped ETH velodrome liquidity pairs. Deadwood's
Ooh.
getting in on the action at 2,044%.
She forgot to tell you she had Adam's apple.
Right, right. I wouldn't doubt it. And probably a larger dick than I got.
Oh man, yeah. Come out, unroll it on a platter.
Right, right. Yeah, no, it's like freaking. Yeah, I'll meet you. Yeah, no, thanks.
No.
So, what do we got here? Impersonation scams. We already kind of covered that. Basically, pretending like they're a legitimate crypto company. So actually, we didn't cover that. So, pretending like they're Aerodrome Finance. Like you reach out or you make a
Yeah.
comment about Aerodrome Finance. I've done it before, where like, hey, I'm having this issue, or this part of your UI is confusing. Are you guys working on this? And then you get somebody that answers you, and pretends like that it's them, and basically trying to get information out of you, or try to get you to send crypto, or give them information that's going to open the door to them scamming you. Hey, go to this site, we're interested in your input, click on this link.
Mhm.
It seems innocuous, but it's not. So be real careful of that. Crypto giveaway scams. Scammers promise to double or triple any cryptocurrency sent to them, often impersonating celebrities or crypto influencers. They're commonly promoted on social media with fake giveaway events. So, like YouTube is terrible. Freaking, they were having paid ads, like commercials, on YouTube, where it was an AI generated Brad Garlinghouse talking about, to thank our, XRP holders that for their patience, during the legal, troubles, we're airdropping free XRP. Just go to this site.
Yep.
And me and a bunch of other people just kept, messaging YouTube on X and stuff like that, being like, what are you doing? Like I saw some for Cardano. I saw,
Yep.
for all the major cryptos, they
VeChain.
had, they had AI, and it's convincing as shit.
Mhm.
It looks just like them. The mouth moves, to the words, and yeah, they're basically just trying to get you to go to a site. It's a phishing scam, but a
Yep.
very convincing one because hey, it's on YouTube. It must be
Yeah.
legit.
The live streams, man, you think it's like all real and everything's in the chats going crazy. You're like, oh shit, man, this is like I can double my my funds
Yeah.
right now.
Well, like I said, my cousin fell for it.
Yep.
He's talked about it on the show before. He had Sheeb. I somebody else about the same time that I got into it. Got into Sheeb, and somebody got a hold of him and said, "Send me your Sheeb, and I'll double it." And he
Uh,
sent it, and unfortunately, he sent it before he got a hold of me. But as soon as he sent it, he got a hold of me, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I met this guy, and he's going to double my Sheeb." And I was like, "Don't do it." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "It's a scam. Don't do it." He's like, I just sent it." I'm like, "Please tell me you're joking." He's like, "No, man, I just sent it." And I was like, "You just
uh,
gave $15,000 worth of Sheeb to some guy over in India or something."
somewhere.
Yeah, and
Uh,
so yeah, it happens to the best of us.
and then you have to go throw up.
Yeah, yeah,
No, so that point that you brought up about saying something about Aerodrome like having an issue with
yep,
something and you reply on X or even in Discord, you can get that. But also, when uh when I've shared certain posts about my wallet being hacked or reached out to the project, that got hacked, you get these replies in the comments. Like this is one example that I just pulled off of Twitter that somebody got hacked from their main wallet, and you get all these little replies like, "Hey, so and so helped recover my funds," and it's just these
yep,
random,
yeah.
they specialize in fraud
Without
and
without this person, I never would have gotten my crypto back.
yeah, yeah. Through the help of so and so, reach
Yeah,
out to
yeah. Thank
them.
you. With the help of so and so, I've doubled, I've
Oh
tripled
shit.
I've doubled and tripled my bags.
Yeah. Or I've been able to recover my funds. Like you, so and so, reach out to this person. They're an expert in recovering funds, and so you just don't
Dude,
trust any of these.
a lot of these, I'll actually message them and be like, "Hey, I tried to go to the link and it's not working." And just get them to just like constantly interact with me. And I'll be like, okay, I'm at the site now. Now what do I do?
You
I don't
troll
actually go to it.
them.
Like, I'm not seeing that. Where's that at?
Yep.
Just basically just fuck with them forever until they finally give up. So I figure if they're
Oh
messing
man.
with me, they're not messing with anybody else.
Oh, Black
But
Eyes fell for one. Oh man, at least it was only
he-
$40. Black
yeah, it
Eyes.
was only
Uh,
$40, but it's
Shit.
$40.
A good lesson though. You're like, ah shit.
Yeah, no, it's a $40 education. Ah,
Man, we're getting bleeding in the alts. Getting
what's
some
that?
bleeding. Some bleeding in the
Oh
alts.
yeah, I just checked my one of my liquidity pools. It's my wrapped ETH USDC has been bouncing in and out at the bottom of the range all day, and it's like riding the line right now. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to rebalance. Unless we go quite a bit lower, I'm not going to rebalance. I'm really reluctant. It has to be like out of range for at least
Mm.
24 hours before I'll rebalance and lock in those
Oh,
losses.
yeah. Yeah.
I actually watched a really good. We'll have to do an episode on it on impermanent loss and just speak about just impermanent loss
Mm.
and basically kind of how it happens and how you can mitigate that so it doesn't bite you as hard.
Yeah,
Types
who
of
was it
liquidity
that
pools
you
you can get
told me
into
to
and things like that to mitigate it.
who is it that you recommended to me? They just came out with that the Crypto Labs research.
Yeah,
They just
they do.
came out with
They
one
do really
today.
good. They do really good content.
Yeah, managing impermanent loss, part 1. Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw that today.
I've actually learned quite a bit from those guys. Yeah, so yeah, actually here we'll finish. We'll finish. I got one or two more, and then we'll talk a
Mm.
little bit about DeFi, and I'll give an update since it's the end of the month on what I got going on. Um, so SIM swaps. This is something that I was actually pretty worried
Oh,
about.
yeah.
So your cell phone, you got your SIM card in there, and somebody that works at, you know, uh, if they suspect that you might, be into crypto, or they can look at your account and see things, potentially that will cue them off. They can actually clone
Yep.
your phone by doing a SIM swap, and the two-factor authentication and all that stuff that you have to do on Coinbase and whatnot. It's basically it's an exact copy of your phone. So, you definitely want to be making sure that you're doing like the biometric, where you have to do your fingerprint,
Mhm.
as many ways as possible to verify that you are you. Because, one thing that you can do, and don't listen to them when you call customer service. I had to argue with this, not argue, but insist on speaking to somebody in their tech assist, not just customer service, because I called customer service when I heard about this. And I think I was watching Crypto Casey, and she was saying
Mhm.
that you can put a lock on your SIM card, so that basically it puts in your account that nobody can make, unless you're physically at the location, they can't make a SIM card, a
Mm.
copy of your SIM card. And the customer service girl kept saying, "That's not a thing. That's not a thing. We can't do that. That's not a thing." And I finally told her, I'm like, "Listen, obviously it's something that you haven't
Like, what do
heard
you
of.
mean?
Can I please speak to somebody in your tech department?" And she transferred me to the tech department. He's like, "Yeah, they don't train customer service on this. It's a
Uh,
a more advanced thing than they're able to deal with." And he actually did it for me. So
okay.
if you haven't, it might be something that you might want to look into. Is as an added layer of security, is putting a lock on your account, with your cell phone provider. Malware and ransomware. So
Mhm.
again, downloading things, going to websites, clicking on hyperlinks, all of these things can download things in the background. And once those, malware is on your computer, it can be something as simple as a keylogger, where it just, records your keystrokes, and they can get passwords, to, any other number of things, to where, they can get access to your hot wallets, they can, get access to your cold storage, whatever. So yeah, just be very, very
Mhm.
cautious. Use some of these tools that Deadwood shared, that we showed,
Yeah.
and just anything that you can do to put another firewall, for lack of a better term, in
Mhm.
between a malicious actor and your value, your crypto, then do it.
Yeah, and that installing stuff, that's what happened with Taco. He's a big gamer and
Mhm.
got asked to be a beta tester, and somebody, was malicious with their intent, and
Personally,
just
the laptop that I use for crypto, I only use for crypto. It's
yeah.
I have a separate laptop that I do this with, that I surf the internet, that I shop, all that normal stuff I do on one laptop, and I have a specific laptop that I don't check emails on. I don't surf the net. I don't do anything. And
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah, having separate and not storing all your seed phrases in one wallet too. Yeah, because that can
I
be.
I never store seed phrases digitally. I actually have them written down
Oh yeah, write them
in a
down.
book, and they're sitting in my safe.
Yeah,
Everything is and it's the only place that they exist, that can be accessed and viewed. So basically, somebody would have to break into my house and break into my safe, and they if they're able to get through my woods past me and get into my safe and get away alive, then you know what? You deserve it.
yeah. Yeah,
You-
alive is the key, right?
yeah, yeah,
Alive, you deserve it.
exactly. If you can get through all that alive, you've earned it, my friend. Happy trails.
Yeah.
So that's all I got as far as, I mean, can you think of any other scams that you've
That's
seen? Other
I mean, you've covered pretty much a whole host of them. I don't know how much I mean, the AI one, it was a big one because that's new and emerging, and these deep fake videos where normal people have been just scammed out of regular money because they've gotten calls from somebody who had a voice like the they replicated somebody's voice, like their granddaughter or daughter or whoever, and
I
pretended that they had them kidnapped and stuff. And all it takes is just like a few seconds of somebody's voice, like you get off a video on Instagram or TikTok or
I
something.
actually had somebody get hold of my grandma and said that they were me and was asking her to
Oh
send money, and
shit!
luckily she was smart enough to, I mean, she's older, but she's like, this isn't my grandson, and she's like, I'm
It-
not sending you money. And I was so grateful that she was, smart enough to pick up on that, because, gotten emotional. Person was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm in, a terrible situation. I need the money. Can you send it now, please?" And she got worked up and wasn't thinking and did it. I would have felt terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, they get you in the emotions, man. It's like right now,
That's
react, react.
I am anybody that's follows me on Twitter. I'm always talking about stoicism.
Mhm.
Mastering your emotions, not allowing your emotions to override your logic and your better judgment. In investing in crypto and relationships, and both personal and romantic. Everything. You need to master your emotions,
Mhm.
because if you don't, they will master you. They will, you will be led around by you can see it on social media all the time. And honestly, it's usually people on the left that is, they, like the whole Kamala thing where she was running on joy. It's just they just kept on talking about joy, 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 and everybody's just like,
Yeah.
she's the best. She's all good feels and joy, and it's like, all right, after all the good feels, what is she actually going to accomplish? What has she said that she's going to accomplish? Exactly, exactly.
Yep.
It's like it's
Yep.
all
You can
about
only talk so much.
celebrities. Oh, it's about celebrities coming and singing, and endorsements, and it's like those churches, those giant
The mega
churches
churches.
that they get everybody feeling good. Send in money. The Lord wants
Mhm.
you to send me money. It's like,
Yep.
yeah,
So I can
no.
drive my nice car and do all the nice things.
There's like, the Lord wants you to help grow the congregation, so send me the money so we can spread the good word. It's like,
Oh,
yeah, no.
no. Real quick. So I did have somebody. I'm going to share this on the Discord. I actually had somebody today in my Discord reach out and say that they got or their wallet got compromised, and I didn't find out why yet. I don't think they replied, but this is a Discord server I found out about after my wallet got hacked, and I was trying to find ways of saving future airdrops. and this Flashbots server. And I can share this with anyone because I don't think they necessarily have a Twitter page. I think they do, but it's kind of like not a popular thing but they do have a lot of activity, people in there looking for help. And I've actually been successful in recovering an airdrop, my layer 0 airdrop. So it and it was a risk on my part, but I was like, fuck it, I can risk the other person getting it or having this project, somebody from this team help me out. And you fill out a form, and there are certain requirements, like the value of your airdrop has to be at least $1,000, because they do take like 5 to 8% or something, because they are spending their time, making the Flashbot to get the transactions and do all that stuff. So they are, and it's not just one person that they're working on or one case. They probably have multiple cases, and for each person or developer, I guess. And also Hackless actually has let me see their Twitter page. Let me share this one. So Hackless, you can go in, and they actually have their dashboard where you can sandwich transactions together and help like save assets that might be locked up. Like, because if somebody hacks your wallet, sometimes they'll have a bot that will automatically drain the assets. If you try and send Ethereum, like let's say you have your Arrow locked up in that vault, right, on Aerodrome, and the hacker hasn't gotten access to that yet. So you can set up a bot to sandwich a transaction saying, unstake my tokens, withdraw, transfer to this wallet, all in one transaction. And you send it, and Hackless will do that. But I think right now it's only on the Ethereum network. So, or now they're on Arbitrum, but before it was only on, and Linea. Okay. So,
hey, what's up, KJ? Glad you can make it, brother.
KJ. But they are integrating more chains and making it easier for you to save assets that might be locked up. And because I have stuff on my compromised wallet that unlocks, next year and in 2 or 3 years. It's not a lot, but still, I want to make sure that I can get that out before anyone else can.
Before that bot does, or that malicious actor does.
Yeah. So that's just another couple things. The Hackless. That's the old Hackless DeFi. Yeah. So Hackless.io, and then your Flashbots. I'll see if I can find the link for the Flashbots stuff, but yeah, do they have a Twitter? I actually don't see them they don't have a Twitter, but let me pull up their website. Yeah, Flashbots is a research and development organization formed to mitigate the negative externalities posed by maximal extractable value, or MEV, to stateful blockchains. So basically they try and save people from getting scammed and sandwiched in transactions and stuff. So this is a kind of a breakdown of their philosophy and what they do. But yeah, those are two definitely good tools that I was able to find. And I wouldn't have known about that whole world had I not experienced that hack. So it's an expensive lesson, but I think it's valuable for everyone else. Save you all.
Absolutely. Well, I guess, I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to dip in and just kind of give a quick update on my little DeFi journey here.
And the Ondo news as we go out.
Oh, yeah. We definitely want to hit that up. So basically, I've been at this now for about a month and a half. So since the 1st of December, I'm ending the month, and this is the reason I want to bring this up is to if you're new into DeFi and you're on this journey, I want to emphasize for you to not, and I'm kind of saying this, and you can see that it's something I'm doing, but don't just focus on the dollar amount. Focus on the amount of tokens that you're able to stack, on top of, using your earnings. If you're buying, other projects and getting exposure to new projects, things like that. Focus on that, as well, because, and I'm going to show you why I say that, is the beginning of this month, the total that I had in my, my DeFi play was about 27,500. I'm almost back at that. You can see it at one point, I was almost at $40,000, towards the middle of the month. And then, of course, we took the dump. And now, from a dollar standpoint, I'm almost back down to where I was at. However, I probably have about $5,000 to $8,000 worth of crypto that I didn't have before. So like I bought a bunch of Morpho. I've stacked more Arrow. There's a lot of DAG. I have some USDC sitting on the side. There's a lot of crypto that I bought with earnings that isn't necessarily reflected. So my overall portfolio was nowhere near what it is now. When it was at, when I was at these levels, it was actually lower. And so once crypto goes back up to like where it was before at this, 38,000, 39,000 level, I've done the math and I'm going to have probably like close to $50,000 in my DeFi play instead of 39. So, it's, you want to track how much money that you have in there, just to give yourself an idea of, am I staying profitable, that kind of thing. But watch the crypto that you hold as well. And, like I said, the spreadsheet that I use does a really good job of that as well. So basically, it's an impermanent loss calculator. So you put in what it is that you buy in initially. In this case, how much wrapped ETH, when I got into the liquidity pool, how much wrapped ETH I got and how much USDC I got and the price at that time. And then of course I can, put in at any given time what my current balance is of each of those. And right now I'm, I'm out the bottom end of my range. So I'm all in on wrapped ETH right now. And I don't have any USDC until it goes back into range. And then it will start selling off the wrapped ETH for USDC. But you can see that since I entered it, this is where I'm at now. And this is what I've earned in emissions. I've earned almost 200 Arrow, while I've been in this pool for the past, a couple days. And it will tell you, here's my initial value of what I put in, $9,156. If I would have held, I actually would have lost about $100 and only had just over 9,000. What I currently have is just under 9,000, but because of the rewards I earned, basically impermanent loss, I have $75 of impermanent loss, but I earned $220, or actually $300. And after you subtract that impermanent loss, I still am in the positive $220. Yep. So that's why it's important. I know that was a really long explanation, but that's why it's important to not just look at the dollar amount. Because if I just looked at the dollar amount, I'd be like, holy shit, I put in $9,156, and right now I only have 8,970. I lost $100. But if you take into account what you're earning, then I'm in the positive. You just need to make sure that your earning outpaces the impermanent loss. That's the key. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that real quick because this is a perfect example of that. of, if I looked at this, it's like, yeah, I still made $1,680 according to this. But again, if I look at all the crypto that I've amassed, while I've, been on this journey this month, when it goes back up to the levels, again, where I was at, almost $40,000, when it goes back up to, when all crypto goes back up to those levels again, I'll be at almost $50,000. So,
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
And also finding strategies on rebalancing too. Like you said, you don't usually rebalance your position unless it's been 24 hours out of the range. And, if you have a good reward, a good bag of rewards built up and on VFAT, and you can compound that when you rebalance, like, if you need to rebalance lower and you lock in some losses, but then you take what your rewards were, like you said, and that offsets the losses from the impermanent loss. So you can compound that back into your position. And, essentially it's almost like DCAing, but you have this money, the magic money that you generated, as opposed to just holding those assets outside of that liquidity pool. You get
and that's one way that you can earn yield on yield. So taking those rewards and compounding them back in, allows you to take that yield, put it back in, and earn yield on that yield. Or and we can talk about this in another show and do another deeper dive into DeFi. But I've been watching that channel that I turned you on to, that Labs, and there's some really good techniques in both bear markets and bull markets where you can take the yield from your liquidity pool and you build it up, and once you cash out, like one of the ones I'm looking at is you lend it out. So basically just like USDC, lend it out for say 20%, and then you take out a loan, but you only leverage it like maybe take 30% or 40%. So you're not over leveraged. You don't have to worry about getting liquidated.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of a technique that you would use with something other than a stable coin. But basically, with a stable, you can take that a loan. You can go and put it in buy crypto with it, and put that in a liquidity pool or whatever. But in this case, like say Bitcoin. You don't want to sell your Bitcoin bags, but you want to earn off of them, then you can take a loan out. You only do 30% because historically Bitcoin doesn't take, 70% dumps. You take a 30% loan out on it. You immediately transfer that into stable coins. So you lock in that price. You wait for the market to dump, and so when Bitcoin does dump, because when you take a loan out, you're taking a loan out on the amount of that token, not the dollar amount. And so basically, for sake, lack of a better, for a good round number, say you take a loan out for half a Bitcoin. You have a full Bitcoin in, you take a 50% loan out, you get half a Bitcoin, you use that half a Bitcoin you transfer that into USDC. You take that USDC and you hold on to it, or you can lend it out because you don't have to worry about losing it if it's a stable coin. And then what you do is once Bitcoin tanks, then you take that USDC out, you pay back that loan, and the difference between where you took the loan out from and where you bought back in. So say it goes from 100,000 to 50,000, and you have half of Bitcoin, then you make a profit of what? It'd be 25 grand. Am I doing my math right, or is it 12,500? Anyway, there's a profit.
Yeah.
We'll do a video on it. I'm doing a terrible job at describing it, but we'll do a video on it and I'll actually show it. But my Excel spreadsheet, KJM. So I saw this on a channel that a guy had built, and so I actually built it out. to match because I couldn't find it online. So yeah, basically that's all it is. Is it's just formulas on, you know, basically being able to plug in a couple numbers just so I can quickly track and make sure I'm staying profitable. Because it's otherwise it's really easy to, you know, start feeling like you're losing all your money, you know, especially the way the market's been, you know, the past couple of weeks. And then this one over here is, you know, really simple. You know, basically it's just I plug everything in, and the totals down here is just you know, this cell, or, you know, this cell minus, you know, the top cell, and that gives me my totals. So you know, super simple. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean that's kind of how my DeFi is doing. I'm still super pumped on it because, like I said, even in this down market and, you know, ETH trending sideways, in a sideways trending market, it is DeFi's best friend.
Yeah.
You know, because you're going to stay in range. You know what? How's your DeFi doing, man?
I I rebalanced what, a day or so ago. Let me see. Oh, almost 2 days ago. And where am I at on the arrow?
Here, while you're pulling that
In
up,
2 days,
I'll even show my
just under 2 days, 16 arrow. So a little over
nice.
$20. So $10 a day, basically. And my range is a little bit narrow right now. I have it. Actually, let me pull it. Let me find out what the range is. But yeah, having this this little sideways action has been really nice because you don't really have to do a whole lot. I mean, even though this dump was kind of on the lower end of my range, I'm still not too worried about it. Where is
Yeah,
it?
I see. I mean, you could see just, you know, while we've been talking, like, you know, this one is my wrapped ETH USDC, and it's just been bouncing in and out of the bottom of the range here like all fucking day long. But even with that, you know, in the past 2 days, you know, I've earned over $200, and you know, the only reason that I haven't rolled that back in or harvested it is it's in Arrow, and Arrow has just been, you know, if you've been watching it, it's been dumping. You know, I'm wanting to say it's like it's down in like the $1.40 range right now. So I'm just waiting for Arrow to go back up because basically all of these amounts will go back up with it. You know, and once once it gets, you know, back above $2 or something like that, you know, I'll probably you know, then I'll compound it in or something like that. But I'm not going to, you know, basically I'm not going to sell Arrow at these shitty prices right now.
No. Yeah, after that big drop. Yeah. So I got, oh, it is 8%. So I do have 8% width, but I'm at the lower end of my range.
Oh, here. Go ahead and pull yours up if you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Yeah,
peer
and
pressure.
I've earned, man, in the, what have I been doing this, a month and a half now? And well over 100 Arrow. Just with, like, you know, starting with 1,000. And so yeah, in just 2 days I've earned 16 Arrow. So I repositioned and I'm on the lower end. But like what you did on the charts, setting out your range.
Actually doing some hillbilly,
Oh my God.
like Drew would say, the hillbilly TA.
Yeah,
And
this
just,
has been so helpful.
yeah, no,
I'll
I mean,
rebalance.
no, it works. You know, I mean, look at you know, where support and where resistance is, and use those as your range. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah,
You
because
know, I mean, that's where it trends.
my old range was right. So I peaked out of the range that I was in. I think it was like 3,400, and this was up a bit higher. So I decided to drop it down a little bit, and shit, man, it's been really nice because the sideways, and it definitely made up for that impermanent loss that I had when I dipped out of the range and just kind of trailed sideways, because you can wait for it. You know, if you wait days and days, it'll come back in range, but you're losing out on all that action, you know, that accumulation. Even if it's a little bit, it's not.
You got to do some quick math, you know. So basically, what
Yeah.
you need to figure out is, you know, and for me, I have a 24-hour rule. It has to be totally out of range, not coming back into range for 24 hours before I'll rebalance, and lock in that, you know, impermanent loss. And the reason is, you know, as we all know, you know, it can come back in, you know, you know, there's a lot of things that can happen. The other thing is I'll look at, you know, what it's currently earning. So like, you know, right now, you know, I'm back in range, but if I was out of range, the APR on that liquidity pair is 739%. So it's like, all right, how much money am I missing out on per day? And I'll just do some quick math. And, you know, is that, you know, in say 24 hours, 48 hours, by locking the impermanent loss that I would lock in, would I earn that back and basically be back to even, you know? And so that's kind of the game that I play. And I'm not saying that it's a perfect game, but that's the game that I play in my head on if I'm going to rebalance or not. And, you know, and I'm careful not to you know, chase APR either. You know, just because, you know, as soon as I rebalance, it can drop down to, you know, double digit, you know, APR. But, you know, and that's why it's really good to have be in multiple pools. So another thing I learned, and I'll just throw this out here real quick, from that channel, you know, one of the channels I'm learning from is have baskets. So build out DeFi baskets. One of them, have it something like I'll just give an example of mine. I'll just show you my baskets that I've started building. So I don't have a stable one right now because I wanted to put more in Wrapped ETH USDC. But so I have a stable, you know, coin, you know, Wrapped ETH pair, because this is where you're going to get a lot of volume. You know, you're going to earn a lot of fees. You're going to, you know, there's a lot of liquidity, you know, total value locked, you know, volume, all those things that I tell you to look for a good liquidity pool. USDC Arrow, this is an AMM. So as you can see, there is no range. If I click on it, there is no range. It doesn't matter. It basically just tracks USDC Arrow. The price of Arrow dictates how much I'm earning or how much my deposit is worth. If Arrow goes up, my deposit goes up, but no matter what, I'm earning around 44.7%. I've seen it go down to like 42. I've seen it at 57. It's pretty consistent. It's not earning me a ton, $5-6 a day, but slow and steady wins the race. So that's another one of my baskets. And anytime I buy Arrow, I stick it in there because I don't lose my exposure to Arrow. You know, as it goes up, it's, you know, yeah, it's going to sell off a little bit of my Arrow into USDC, basically DCA, but I keep my exposure to Arrow. That's one of my baskets. Wrapped ETH Morpho. Morpho, those of you that know, it's up and coming. You know, it's been, you know, getting a lot of traction lately. So it's a little more volatile because Morpho's pumping and ETH has been trending sideways. But I went to that correlation chart and it actually, they're tracking pretty well. And it's been not slow and steady, but a lot better APRs. It's actually been sitting more around 700 more than anywhere else. And, you know, just for having $2,300 in it, you know, I'm, you know, I've got $51 in a day. So, I mean, it earns, you know, comparably between my Wrapped ETH that I have, you know, almost $9,000 in, and this one I only have 2,300. It's actually earning better than my Wrapped ETH USDC. You know, and it and the range is 18%. fucking this one
Oh
is
shit!
7%.
So you don't
So
have
a
to babysit
huge
it as
range,
much.
and and of course,
Mhm.
as this goes up, this deposit amount's going to go up because the value of these assets are going to go up. Hopefully they'll go up together, and that will really make it go up. So, and then the last one would be, basically a place to put your USDC, USDT, like a stable coin pair, super safe, super stable. You can stick it there, earn 20%, 27%, something like that. And it's your dry powder. It's a, like I said, a place that you can borrow against, you can, have it in a liquidity pair. You can take out a loan on it. You can, there's a lot of things you can do with it. But those are the 4 baskets that, and then you can add a 5th basket if you wanted and be degen as fuck and use like, 5,
The riskiest risky.
yeah, and look for those 9,000 plus percent
Yeah.
APRs, and and play that game. And if you can make money doing that, I would suggest, not financial advice, but use a very small amount, just like you would, doing high leverage on, trading. Use a very small amount in, on those to farm yield. Just knowing that potentially, if that meme coin or whatever it is goes to 0, you're probably going to lose, all of your, all of whatever you got in there. So, make sure that you're not just
Mhm.
compounding on something like that. Make sure that you're, peeling those profits off. You're harvesting those, and
Yeah.
putting them into that stable pair, or your wrapped ETH USDC pair, something like that, or just buying long-term hold bags. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
The diversifying's really important. Really important.
what's Deadwood? So you can split your overall Arrow holdings between USDC and ETH and still have it count on the flywheel over 2,500 Arrow. So no, if I'm reading you right, Deadwood.
I think
So
he's mistaken the flight school with the
yeah. So basically, the Arrow that I have in that liquidity pool is not a lock. Here, you know what? I'll just show you real quick because I'll do a terrible job if I don't show it.
Yeah.
DeFi.
Yeah, because that 2,500 that you're talking about, Deadwood, is the lock to vote, and you have to lock it
Yeah.
up for a certain amount of time, and this is separate from the liquidity pools. Coinbase.
All right. So, it's 2 separate things. So, you have your liquidity pools, and that's where I'm in that AMM. And I'll show you here as soon as it pulls up. All right. So you can go into, oddly enough, they call them volatile. I don't know why, but USDC Arrow, that's the one that I'm in. And so basically, this is just, you get a lower APR, but it's a lot more stable of an APR. And again, there's no ranges. So that's basically where that's at, separate from my locks. So what you're talking about is called Flight School. And so, see, this is the lock that I put in, of 50. It actually wasn't 5,500. It's 5,100. I've earned some since, and it compounds. So I put like about 5,100 Arrow in. I locked it for 4 years. And so what they did is, because of Flight School, they matched it 50%. And so I ended up getting like a little over 2,500 Arrow free lock, but it was automatically locked for 4 years as well. Like, so they basically airdropped me a pre-locked 50% of my initial deposit, but both of them earn and compound. So they earn rewards at 48.7% APR every week, and it just compounds in. So, I mean, I've earned like 646 arrow in a little over a month. Just from
Oh
these locks.
shit!
Yeah,
Just
no,
from
I
that
mean,
lock.
it's just from these locks, and that compounds in, and makes this total amount more, which earns me more. So at the end of 4 years, like I did some rough math, and how Drew's talked about a $30 potential arrow token. Dude,
Mhm.
at $30,
Yep.
I'd have over $3 million off of my initial 5,100 tokens that I put in here. If I put no more, if I don't do any more locks, and arrow reaches $30, I'd have over $3 million. And my math might be off, but I
Even
mean,
half that.
it's definitely over $1 million for a
And
$5,000 investment.
and that's
So,
where you say, yeah, that impermanent loss doesn't seem so bad after all, because your fucking rewards are just gonna.
well, and that's kind of, I think, what Deadwood's talking about is I was talking to him about um, using my liquidity pool. And actually, you know what? Here, let me show it real quick. I think I know what he's talking about now. Sorry, Deadwood. It took me a minute to get there. All right.
Does Rumble cut us off after 2 hours, or
I think
do we have
so.
the?
So I'll hurry with this.
I think we have
So
7 minutes.
the USDC Arrow AMM, what I'm doing is I'm building that up. And yes, I do plan on, once Arrow gets to a point to where, it's back above $2 or whatever, I'll probably peel off 2,500 tokens to do another lock so that I can get that flight school again and continue to do that. Basically, as this builds, every time that I have, 2,500 tokens that I can peel off and stick in there, then I'll keep doing that. And so, basically farming locks, but I'm only going to do that to an extent. I do want to keep some exposure because I do want to have some arrow to sell during this bull market, because I really want to get out of this bull market with at least a couple $100 grand in USDC, USDT, and just stick it off to the side in a stable coin pair, earning like 20% or something like that, and just wait for the market to dump so I can buy back in and I can DeFi, with a couple $100 grand instead of just using the 20-30 grand that I'm doing now. You'll be doing it with $200,000 and be making 10x what I'm making now. So I'm making $100 a day right now. I could be making $1,000 a day, all through the bear market, and using that $30,000 a month to basically be building bags. Because I don't need much. I mean, I live in a cabin in the woods. It's like I can peel off 20 grand a month, still have, my retirement plus, 10 grand to live off of, and be using 20 grand to, be stacking bags all through the bear market, which is what I plan to do. So,
yeah, stack them and use DeFi to help
stack them real good.
Yeah, stack them real good.
So I hope I answered your question, Deadwood. I forgot we had talked about that, using that AMM to farm arrow for the locks. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, there you are.
It kicked me off.
Oh, you're there. You're back.
Okay.
Well, we could probably go. I think we're about to hit 2 hours, and they're probably going to cut us off. So,
yeah, that was a nice packed stream of information, and I appreciate everyone that's tuning in and sharing their thoughts and giving us stuff to bounce off each other. So I appreciate all of you tuning in every week.
Oh, absolutely. No, K-Jam, Deadwood. I know we had some other folks in here towards the beginning.
Black
Let's
Ice.
see who else we had. We'll call everybody out. Got Black Ice 710. We had Chili Rainbow stopped in and said hi.
The Rainbow, IMJ.
So yeah, no, I definitely I appreciate all you guys that are showing us some love and support, and hopefully we can keep building this channel because I really there really needs to be more channels that are just genuinely trying to help people out and help other people avoid the mistakes that we make. This channel isn't monetized. We don't have sponsors. I don't for the foreseeable future I don't see doing that. It's all about just trying to help out people in the crypto community to to again avoid the mistakes and hopefully make their journey a little bit more enjoyable than some of us had when we got in.
Yeah, and real quick on the Ondo thing, I will just do this last
do
thing.
Ondo. Sorry,
so
go.
Plume Network, real world asset project. They finished their testnet a few months ago, but they are partnering with Ondo, bringing USDY to the Plume Network. So once mainnet launches, they'll have tokenized US treasuries. And I've done some videos on Plume Network. Just go to my YouTube page and you can check out some of the Plume videos that I've done. See if you can search for it in here. But yeah, you can't really do anything on the testnet right now since it's over with, but you can kind of learn about the project and some of the stuff that we've done on there. So
yeah, and anybody that doesn't know, tokenization and of real world assets is going to be huge. So yeah, anybody Ondo is already has some major players that are building on it, and so if Plume is going to be a part of that, absolutely. I'm definitely
30 million in backing and stuff too. So they're coming. So keep them on your radar.
No, and that's I'll definitely be looking into Plume and maybe using some of my DeFi my free DeFi earnings to stack those bags. So, all right, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hope the new year. We won't see you till the new year. Hopefully, the new year we get all this tax washing done and all the markets pump and we'll see you guys next week and hopefully we have fatter bags when that happens. Till then,
sir.
Veteran Crypto out.
Later.